I opened this law firm in 1969 to provide the people of our region the full measure of justice for each person that comes through the door.
The legacy is a legacy of values that really we got from our parents. You treat others with respect, you treat others with courtesy, and you do what you say you're going to do. The PD region and the Grand Strand region of South Carolina are near and dear to our hearts, and we feel like it's important for us to give back. We want every person that comes in our door to leave here saying, I've made new friends, and they feel like these people care.
I was in a car accident where a long-distance truck, he ran a stop sign. You just see your life flashing in front of you. It's very scary. I sustained so many injuries. I'm disabled now. You need somebody that's gonna look out for you and help you.
My brother was hurt in a work accident. We did not think he was gonna make it, but God's grace, he did. And I've been taking care of him almost 2.5 years now. I didn't feel like when I walked in here that I was a number or a case. I felt like I was a friend. They kept fighting for my brother.
JLF Law Firm, I trusted them. When you have somebody treat you with respect and dignity, that means a lot. They will make sure you are taken care of.
If we hadn't have gotten JLF Law Firm, we wouldn't have anything.
I have family here, not friends, but family.
Anybody who comes to this law firm is going to receive high-quality legal services. They have been suffering, and we can do something about that. We're always standing by to help somebody. It's just right for us to turn around and help the community.
You have someone there with you, by your side, working with you, fighting for you every step of the way until its conclusion. You're not alone.
Some years ago, my brother had throat cancer, and with the radiation, it left him with some damage done to his breathing and vocal cords. And he was sitting on the tailgate of his work pickup truck, and he just lost his breath and fell into the tailgate, passed out, and fell on his head. And it gave him his spinal injury.
I was on the ground, and I couldn't move. And the workers, my fellas, they called 911 and got the ambulance out there.
When he was in the hospital, ASPA cut off his insurance, even when he was in the hospital the next day. They said the reason for that is because he could not work and could not pay his insurance policy. But Mr. JLF worked hard to get this case so that Gene could get some benefit from this accident. They were always in touch with us and always made sure that we knew what was going on. It was a long, drawn-out, hard case, but his team did not give up. I didn't feel like when I walked in here that I was a number or a case. I felt like I was a friend. They kept fighting for my brother. If we hadn't have gotten JLF Law Firm, we wouldn't have anything.
That law firm, they were all thoughtful. And I felt good about it.
Without JLF's law firm and his team, we would have nothing.
I had a truck come in, and I always went over my trucks and stuff. And I got up on a trailer and, went to checking lines and stuff and slipped, and next thing I know, I was on the ground. The first specialist I went to was picked through workman's comp. And when I went to that specialist, they sent me in for an MRI. When I got the MRI back, I went to his office and he said, well, we find nothing wrong with your back. So I requested the paperwork, from them. And my MRI said my back was terrible. So I asked him, I said, I need to go see a different doctor. And the law firm got me to see a different specialist, which then I started finally getting the treatment I needed. Accidents happen, and you just got to be prepared for them, when they do happen. That's why I recommend anyone that, has had an accident and they don't feel like they're getting the proper treatment and stuff over, that they need to come and see JLF Law Firm. The law firm done great. It just felt like a family. And they had one great team working behind them. They got my money for me that I was deserving. I got lifetime medical. And they've just, to this day, even though I've been settled several years, they still got my back if anything comes up.
Social Security disability is really different from most other types of cases that we handle because it's all federal. There's a very long waiting process before they get a hearing in front of a judge. Most people are unaware of how it works. They're scared. They don't have income. The job that they have known and loved for years is no longer available to them. And the majority of people don't have resources. They don't have a safety net to fall back on.
Back in 2012, I would have very bad headaches. I would have vision loss. After going to the hospital, I realized that I was having seizures. Unfortunately, with the prognosis of my seizures, I'm not able to complete a full day work. Social Security disability actually denied me 3 times. How am I going to win this case? What am I going to do? A friend said, well, you should go to JLF Law Firm and I think they'll help you out. I felt like they completely had my back. I felt like I had warriors on my team that were going to bat for me. There were times where I needed to go to certain specialists and I couldn't afford it.
I think the thing that stands out most about the way that we like to handle Social Security disability cases is we want to know every time you go to the doctor. We want to know the problems that you're facing. We want to make sure that the judge truly sees the full picture, and I think it takes knowing how to do Social Security disability to make sure that that's all reflected. You should be able to sit down with your attorney multiple times before your hearing. We want to be able to talk to clients as much as they need to talk to us. They have my email address, they have my phone number. If they need me, I am there. And I want to make sure that I help them get the benefits that they've paid for, that they've earned. It's not something that is being handed to them, it is something that they worked for, and it's their time to get what they deserve.
Anyone that is applying for Social Security disability, I would tell them to seek out the JLF Law Firm. They absolutely felt like family to me.
Work injuries don't discriminate. They can happen to anybody. And when they do happen to you, your livelihood is at stake. Your ability to take care of your family is being threatened. And it's a scary process. We take that serious. I try to be as empathetic as I can when somebody walks through that door because something difficult has brought them through that door. I do my very best to try to show them that I understand, that I respect them, and I give them my honest assessment of their case.
I am passionate about injured workers. I am passionate about getting them the medical care they need, getting them the benefits that they are entitled to. Workers' compensation is a no-fault system. It does not matter whose fault the accident was. You still are entitled to benefits.
They have one great team working behind them. It just felt like a family. They got my money for me that I was deserving. I got lifetime medical. They still got my back if anything comes up.
We were very impressed with them from day one. There are things he would not be able to have or to afford if it wasn't for JLF Law Firm fighting for my brother and getting him the things that he needs.
These people are at a tremendous disadvantage after they get hurt. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to turn. They don't know how to do it. We know how to do it. We can provide them the services they need to get on with their lives.
One of the most gratifying things about what I do is getting a good result for my client, being able to make a meaningful difference in somebody's life in a terrifically difficult situation, to be able to get them to a better place. At JLF Law Firm, no matter how long it takes to get you back on your feet, back to work, to get you in a position where you can take care of your family, we're going to rigorously pursue your claim. We're with them every step of the way.
Back in 2012, while working, I started passing out on the job. At first, I thought maybe, oh, you're just tired, you need some rest, maybe you need to eat a little more. After going to the hospital, I realized that I was having seizures. I would have very bad headaches, I would have vision loss, and I was like, oh my goodness, and the next thing I know, I'm on the floor looking at them. The doctors were telling me that it could be life-threatening. It was frightening, especially being in my 20s, thinking, okay, this would never happen to me. Unfortunately, with the prognosis of my seizures, I'm not able to complete a full day of work. I applied originally in 2012, and Social Security disability actually denied me 3 times. Trying to navigate the disability case and all of the paperwork and the wording, things that I didn't quite understand, was completely overwhelming. Like, I felt like I was reading Mandarin Chinese. It can be very scary. I'm like, who's gonna believe me? How am I gonna win this case? What am I gonna do? A friend of mine said, well, you should go to JLF Law Firm and I think they'll help you out. They didn't question me, not one bit. I came in, they believed me. She was very sincere. Like, Ranjali is like the ultimate rock star. I love her to death. There were times where I needed to go to certain specialists and I couldn't afford it. I'm not stressed, worried about, oh my goodness, if I get sick, can I go to the hospital? Is it gonna be covered? Where am I gonna get the money from? Please seek out the JLF Law Firm. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't. I feel like the JLF Law Firm was in it for the long haul for me. I feel like they had my back. I felt like I had warriors on my team that were going to bat for me.